What's good, homies? Welcome back to another episode of our West Tigers rebuild series. We're back at Campbelltown Stadium, round number 9, and we're taking on the Canberra Raiders. So this is actually our second meeting with the Raiders. The last time we played was in round 2, and they beat us 21 points to 14. So if we look at the ladder here, since that game they've been going pretty well. They're currently ranked at 3rd, and they're coming off a 24-20 win against the Bulldogs. As for us, we're coming off our second win in a row, beating the Dragons 28 points to 16, and we're currently ranked 9th in the league. Speaking of our current position, I decided to go back and check where we were this time last season, and as you can see here, round 9 last season, we were in the exact same spot. We even had the same amount of wins and losses. I thought that was a cool little thing to share with you guys. I mean, it isn't really a good thing that we were in the same position as we were last season, but I'm pretty sure at the time I was on pro difficulty, so there's definitely been improvement as Croker steps around 2 defenders, ends up shrugging off a 3rd defender, and he's going to score the first points for the Raiders. One thing I forgot to mention during the lineup was that we did make a change. I decided to give Malachi Watene-Zelezniak a run, and he'll be replacing Mahe Fonua on the wing. As Croker takes the kick here from right in front, man, I'm super excited for this weekend. As you all know, the final series has begun, and it all starts tonight with the Broncos and the Roosters. One thing I wanted to ask you guys is if your team made the finals, let me know in the comment section down below. I'm interested to see who my subs support. Plus, I always get asked in the comment section who I support myself, and if you didn't know, I am a Brisbane Broncos supporter. So yeah, and also another question I get asked a lot is what difficulty I play on. And I may as well tell you right now, I do play on veteran. I was on pro for a majority of the first season, changed to veteran, and since then I've stayed on veteran. As we send Packer crashing into the line here, stopped centimeters short from the try line. Still chipping away here on the 4th as we look for an inside ball play. They're standing a little shallow and flat-footed, so we decided to just send it wide. And it's going to be Tui Lolohea in the centers, steps around Croker and Rapana to score our first points of the match. A pretty simple try. Just quick hands, sent it out to Lolohea. We're kind of forced to send it out wide due to Josh Reynolds being flat-footed, and I'm definitely not trying to get caught with Reynolds running it to the line. As we take the shot off Lolohea, a pretty tough kick to begin with, but we do manage to slot the 2 points, and we're going to tie the game up. Alright, so back in attack, 3 minutes from the break. As we once again get the ball flat-footed, we're a little late with the pass, and we're going to get hit and lose the ball forward. There's still a little bit of time for the Raiders to work here. There's about a minute and a half remaining in the game. Second tackle, as they send it short here to Austin, links up with Paulo and the line just opens up. He's going to slice through untouched as they get their second try of the game. What a time to get the try right before halftime, off that knock on. So it turns out to be a costly error as Croker takes a shot from right in front. Once again adds the extras, and they're going to go into the break with a 6-point lead. Alright, so as usual, we're going to take a quick look at the stats here. Both of our completions are pretty terrible, and we've both made quite a few errors. Both teams have also missed 7 tackles each, and they've got the edge over us in the line breaks, breaking our line 14 times to our 8. Alright, back in attack, 1 minute into the second half. I keep seeing these block plays, but I've never really made anything happen off them, as we just send it wide, and we're going to get a penalty here. You don't really see many of those held in tackles. I'm glad there's no way to exploit it in this game. As we send it to Matolino, off the tap, bumps off one, and he's going to get tackled inside their 20. First tackle, we go to Reynolds, shifts it to Sue, and he just crashes his way into the line. He's going to get wrapped up inside the 10. McQueen at first receiver, takes the tackle, and we're going to look for that inside ball play. This particular one's always a little risky, especially this close to the line, as Aloiai links up with Reynolds back inside to Tupou, and we're going to pull it off here barely. We almost lost the ball forward, but luckily Tupou was able to regather it, reel it in, and crosses over for our second try of the game. As we take another look on the replay here, it went through 2 sets of hands before finding our man Tupou on the inside. I don't even think it was intended for Tupou. I think it just found Tupou because we're so close to the line. If there was more space, it would have went out the back, but we're going to get the try nonetheless. A beautiful looking try as we add the extras of Tui Lolohea, and we're going to tie the game up. Alright, 48 minutes in, as we get a clearing kick away. It's going to be Whiten here with the return. He's going to get wrapped up just outside our 30. As you can tell by where the kick landed, the Raiders had a pretty strong defensive set as they shift the ball to Soliola, a beautiful short ball, and he's going to get pulled down 12 out. Now I'm not too sure what happened around this period of time, but I think we might have touched the ball or something. I'm pretty sure the tackle count got reset. So Soliola gets stopped literally centimeters from the line, and then on the next play they shift the wide to Papali, and he ends up scoring the Raiders' third try of the game. Back with Croker to convert. Another easy kick as he gets them back out to a 6-point lead. Alright, so 53 minutes in, off the back of a penalty, they take the tap, send it out to Papali, and he's going to get tackled inside their 20 or our 20. On the first tackle, they send it to Paulo, who draws in 2 defenders, gets it out to Rapana, who slips around Lolohea for a little bit of revenge there as he gets their 4th try of the game. I thought it was a decent little try, so take another look on the replay here. Paulo draws in 2 defenders, gets it out to Rapana, who did have a bit of work to do. He gets the better of Tui as he races away and dives into the corner for their 4th try of the game. Back with Croker with a slightly more difficult kick, but he slots it right down the middle as he gets them out to a 12-point lead. Alright, well, back once again with the Canberra on our 30, back of the scrum. As Croker steps around 2 defenders, Tupou with the ankle tap stops him on the 10. They get a quick play the ball, and it's going to be Caesar here who loses the ball. He got absolutely belted by Aloiai. As we get it off the back of the scrum, we throw the cutout ball to Luke Brooks. He throws another cutout ball to Nofo Oluma on the wing as he steps around Kotrick, and we're going to race away for our 3rd try of the game, trying to avoid an ankle tap here as we try and zigzag our way to the line. And we will make it to the line. David Nofo Oluma scores our 3rd try in the 64th minute. It took us 20 minutes to score some points in the second half. Nothing was clicking in attack, and we just got a little fortunate here with the big hit as Tui takes the shot at goal right down the middle, gets us within a converted try. Can we score another try and convert it to send it into extra time? That remains to be seen, but it's looking highly unlikely here. With 5 minutes remaining, Tim Grant with the big hit. On the second, Whiten takes us to the line, and he runs straight into Russell Packer. That's a huge no-no in this game. You just can't run directly into props. That's exactly what happens when you do, as we shift it wide here to Tupou. He's going to get wrapped up 15 meters out. On the first, we go to Packer. Just a little settling run here while we try and figure out what to do. We have Reynolds on this right side with Tupou tucked in behind, so we send it out to Reynolds, takes it directly to the line, then pops it short to Tupou, and we're going to score our 4th try of the match. A beautiful, simple little draw-in pass puts Tupou through untouched. Such a nice little try here to potentially tie the game up. The draw-in pass doesn't always work, but it looks so good, and it's a great payoff when it does work. That's Tupou's 2nd try for the game. On fire at fullback. I think I might leave him there, eh? As Lolohea converts, and we're going to send it into extra time. Alright, so we're in the first half of extra time. It's the 3rd tackle, and just look where we are. We're absolutely getting crunched in defense, making next to no meters as we send it out to Reynolds. Links up with Taylor, fends off 1. We try and get an offload away, but it's caught by Rapana. And it's not looking too good for us here. Inside our 20 with the full set up their sleeve. They send it to Caesar, links up with Paulo, and he's going to get his legs driving towards their 10, or our 10. As they get a fairly quick play the ball, Caesar sends it out to Croker, steps around 1, puts it on the toe, and he ends the game in style. Oh man, such a tough loss. I mean, we did alright to even send it into extra time, but Canberra, their defense to even keep us in our 10 was A1, and it was like that for the majority of the match. We lost the battle up the middle, and we were outclassed out wide. As for the top performers of the match, I'm not too sure who I'd give the points to. As we look at the full-time match stats here, and surprisingly, the losing team's going to pick up man of the match. That's the first time it's happened here on Rugby League Live 4, and it's the first time we've had man of the match go to one player 3 weeks in a row. I think that pretty much solves this little fullback dilemma I had. As we look at the player ratings here, and as you can see, in the triple digits is Dan Tupou, way ahead of the pack. And before we get out of here, here's the individual player stats. As always homies, drop the like button for more Rugby League Live 4 content. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you later.
On the water squad.